Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot and time.
Hello everybody and welcome to race number 10 of the season, back again at Daytona. We've had already quite an interesting start to the season altogether. Now we get ready all together to see who's going to win the 400. On the pole for this one, we have William Brock in the 20. Next to him, Zach Flickinger in the 4. Third, Vince Freeze. Fourth, DJ Curtis. Fifth, James Ellison. Sixth, Michael Norman. 7th, Sky Commons. 8th, Kyle Matthews. 9th, Jessica Shelton in the top 10. Nick Breeding. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. Chris Dollerton, your previous race winner, starting outside the top 20. And on the final row, we have Lane Sanders and Stephen Colon. So we'll see what happens from there. Points coming into this race as follows. Phil Parker barely having onto a points lead thanks to a good run by Charles Sanford and Johnny Gardner. They jumped up quite a ways of spots there into second and third, respectively. Jessica Shelton fell back 2 spots in the 4th. Levi McIntyre had a outstanding run, jumps up to 5th. Stephen Colon, with everything that happened, he'll still be in 6th place. Zach Flickinger sneaks into the top 10, being 7 points. Dylan Young, Diego Yepes, DJ Curtis fell on the points to stay in the top 10. Vince Freeze, just a quick aforementioned, fell outside of the top 10 with his blow-up earlier on. Also, quick shout to Kyle Matthews, Nick Breeding, jumping up into the top 15 of the points. Of course, Chris Dollerton, your winner from last race, he jumped up 9 positions. Zachary Fitzwater, the biggest loser, he lost 10 spots altogether after that poor run at Indy. So, while that is out of the way, let's go get the command to fire the engines up here at Daytona once again.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command. Let's get them turned away and see how everything goes. And all 42 drivers are going to roll enough, which that is a good sign. So we'll see what happens for William Brock in the 20. It's ironic how he has one of his old rides right next to him. So we shall see what happens all together. Pace car going to make a dive down the pit road. It's showtime once again, folks. 32 laps of action here at Daytona, and we are green flag racing once again under the lights. Completing lap number 1. Look at Vince Freeze and Sky Commons literally side by side coming at the line. And what a battle that was, but Vince Freeze is going to lead the first lap right there. Now you're going to see a lot of these pack racing 3x3s because it is a super speedway. And of course you're probably wondering, when do we go to Talladega? That's going to be a little bit later on in the season when we reach up to race 15. And I'll tell you, that race will not be a disappointment. Hope you guys look forward to that when that comes on out. Now, leading the lap here is going to be one of the key things, of course, at Daytona. So, of course, because, you know, bonus points are obviously a key thing at all. James Qualls is definitely going to get that one there, so... You know, a lot of drivers are going to be in the bottom of the points, like Austin LaPlante, Rob Evans, Christian Vargas, Zach Winkle, even with that poor run of that last race there. You already know some of these guys really are just trying to do what they can and get a bonus point lead. James Qualls now put 3 wide for the lead. Thanks to Charles Sanford in the 55. Sanford going to lead a big lap right there. That's one of the drivers that really is trying to hunt down Phil Parker there. Trying so desperately. You can tell they're still racing in that 3x3, but no one's really trying to get any major advantage. But, of course, this being Daytona, that's not a surprise. And, ooh, 4 wide. I seen Seth Cole just do it. Oh, and they're going to wreck Johnny Gardner. Keith Batson just about flipped. And are we under yellow? I don't even think anyone went around. Just a lot of bumping. We stay green. I don't know how they held on to it. I don't know how, but there had to be at least 6 or 7 drivers that just got damage of some sort. Seth Cole's got the pit glitch, so he's going to glide on down pit road. I have no idea how they held on to that one there. And oh, man, that is insane. Now look at Lane Sanders. Going to make a 3 wide. I thought they were going to try to go for a weird 4 wide attempt, but Sanders just got enough in the inside, and he's going to battle for that lead there. Man, I don't know how also Keith Batson didn't flip the car over it. I'm amazed with how everything that went around, that was no yellow. And, of course, like I mentioned before, we still stay green. But the ones who took the major blow, who got left out from behind, definitely these 4. Cole Deaver, Derek Hamill, Jonathan Zerlin, and Zach Rogers. They're hoping for a yellow. Levi McIntyre just got around Johnny Gardner there. There's Keith Batson with his damage. DJ Curtis. Look at James Ellison. I can tell you that 0-1 definitely does not have any damage, and he's trying to get around some of these drivers. And, oh, man, Curtis did not see him right there. Not a good move on the 0-1, and this is why in a quick lesson as a driver, you don't try to go around the slower cars via the high line like that. Happens every time. He just allowed William Brock and Michael Norman to get around him on the inside line. Quentin Moore, Zachary Fitzwater, Sky Commons, Anthony Lopez. There's Dylan Young, Kyle Matthews, and William Brock in the 20, who is about to be reeled in by Cologne and others. Probably within another couple of laps there. I believe we do have drivers out of the race. Let's just double check to be sure. Yes, we do. We have Daniel Bouchard and Vince Freeze both out of the race. Seth Cole's a lap down in the 24. There he is on pit road. He's serving a penalty because of passing the pit road commitment area and having to take a tow. So he is definitely going to be in some trouble there if he's not out of the race. How about Christian Vargas in the 43? Tell you what, some of these drivers taking good advantages of trying to be up there in the points who are not having good runs altogether. I mentioned before about Vargas and Zach Winkle, Rob Evans. You definitely could say the same for, where's he at? Because I just seen him there. Austin LaPlante in the 28. And same could be said for Mitchell Collins some way. He's definitely not having a good start. No. 4 wide for the lead. And they're going to wreck up in the front of the field. Big yellow will come on by. Sanford out in front. Phil Parker got a piece of it. Your points leader. And now the caution comes out. And that is saving grace for William Brock and others. who needed that caution badly, but some of the leaders just got absolutely wrecked for no reason. That was horrible. They went 4 wide for the lead, and that will hurt Stephen Colon with heavy front-end damage in that UAW Delphi Chevrolet there. Tough break. That's back-to-back races where he just had some bad luck there. James Qualls, I think that's who he ran into, is the 25 right there. Looking through here, just trying to find any other driver got involved there. There's LaPlante with some damage in that 28 car. Christian Vargas, I seen him getting some damage, and same for Eric Monaco. There's the drivers in the second pack that needed that caution badly, and they're going to get their answer. But now, this will be the fun question is, when these drivers come on down pit road, who really is going to take the cake of being sufferable right now? And no surprise, everyone's going to come on down pit road, which definitely I saw that coming. So we're going to stick with these guys coming on down pit road just to make sure everything goes all according to plan. There's the Turner coming to his stall. Zach Rogers. And Turner out and away will be P1 Dollarton. I believe that's Lane Sanders there. Yes, indeed the case. Charles Sanford, a little bit of a slow stop in that 55 car. There's Brock finally getting into a stall there, and still seeing some guys taking some service in pit road there, so we'll take a look at, Monaco ran to JT Bryant right there. That's going to hurt. Well, even the 6.6 already been hurt, but it's going to hurt even more. So we'll take a look at first what did not bring out the caution, and then we will look at what brought out the caution in just a bit. Just wait until the pit stop's going by. Now everyone's out. Lopez just got out of pit road. He was the last car to get out. Now these guys are going to try to make sure they don't. And thanks, Barretto. Well, the art of learning how to pace properly definitely does not know how to work here. I definitely don't understand why, and Barretto just proved my point. Now he's got a low buckle of the hood, and that's going to probably ruin his chance in the battle for the win. Jesse Turner out in front. Let's see ourselves our first caution, but also look at what did not as well. So we'll be right back with this quick little break. Well, Levi McIntyre was the one that made it 4 wide on this, what did not bring out the caution. We're going to skip a little bit here. Now you're going to see Seth Cole just lost the room right there. Just goes into the 99, and the 99 just goes up enough. Crowds up into Seth Cole, into Gardner, Batson, and Bouchard. Look at the 88 right on the side. And look, I'm amazed this did not bring out a caution, because even you see Seth Cole's car in the replay, that should have been a yellow. And look at, then you see Seth Cole, Quentin Moore, Dylan Young, all of them go around. Lopez spins on pit road, and the same could be, on the apron rather, the same could be said for Matthews and William Brock. That did not bring out the caution. The NNSCRA officials just said, no, that's no wreck. We stay green. Now you're wondering about Seth Cole, how he got the pit road glitch. Watch carefully, his car actually slides right here. And he tries to avoid this commitment area you're seeing right here, but you can see he's way past it. And when that happens, the driver has to technically serve their pit stop. You also notice Seth Cole made a violation of going through the grass, especially coming in at that speed. So the car randomly just went to a stall. So yeah, that is an important rule, kids. That's where you make sure if you're coming out pit road, make sure you use your brakes at all costs. Otherwise, you are going to end up in Seth Cole's situation. Now let's look what brought ourselves the caution. Well, it goes from one Ford starting a four-wide attempt to another Ford starting a four-wide attempt. That would be JT Bryant's doing. Technically, Rob Evans and Jessica Shelton were trying to make a move, and then I guess for whatever reason, Rob Evans decided to scoot up a little bit more, and JT Bryant thought it'd be a great idea to go four-wide into turn 3, and, well, that, I guess if you don't learn the first time, try it a second time and see if it works out, and, well, JT Bryant, the veteran for once, making a bad mistake. He literally just shoved the 10 car up the course. More like Rob Evans kind of crowded him up there. And there you see the top 5 literally just getting wrecked. Austin LaPlante getting involved. Nick Breeding getting a piece right here. There's Eric Monaco, James Qualls, Stephen Colon, Phil Parker. All just getting involved right there. And this no doubtedly brought out the caution. I'd be more amazed if it didn't. And then you're going to see Phil Parker trying to avoid Nick Breeding. And he's just going to get a piece right there. And that hurt more on Nick Breeding's part rather than Phil Parker. So... Now, the good news out of all this is the fact that nobody piled into this incident. I'm very amazed by that because you look at Zach Rogers, Cole Deaver, and others, they're coming in hot. And I'm very thankful none of them actually plowed in because otherwise, yeah, that would have been a very bad crash right there. I mean, because you look at the package, it's completely blocked up the track. Zach Rogers and Cole Deaver are literally scraping the wall trying to avoid whatever cars they can. Derek Campbell's just trying to find a way to navigate through this, and I don't blame him for this. Same for Jonathan Zorland. Hamill was in the worst situation. Look at the end of his Pontiac. He's literally trying to swerve to get around at least 5 cars there, and almost ran to the back of Mitchell Collins right there. He had enough speed and just, ooh, man, that was close. But that's what brought ourselves our caution today here at Daytona. Let's take it back to the green. Well, welcome back, Pace Car Grid. So 1 lap to go. We got a good couple of drivers on pit road and also out of the race in that one. Well, not pit road, but just out of the race in the garage. It had to be Dana Bouchard, Vince Freeze, you mentioned from earlier. Seth Cole, 4 laps down, still continuing, so tough break for him. Zach Winkle out of the race. Jessica Shelton, Eric Monaco, and Christian Vargas yet again. He has just not been having the start to remember in that 43 team. Tough break for him overall. So Zach Rogers also came down pit road again to check on his car, and now he is good to go. So when we go back to green, it will be as follows. Jesse Turner out in front, Chris Dollarton second, Lane Sanders third, Charles Sanford fourth, Derek Hamill fifth, Jay Jefferson sixth, RJ Bishop seventh, Diego Yepes eighth, Zach Flickinger ninth, complete the top 10, James Ellison. Green flag, back underway at Daytona, and I know some eyes will definitely be on Seth Cole because he did suffer some bit of damage from the first incident, and I have no idea how up to speed he will be, but Lane Sanders, you can see he is not one to take the risk, and they're going to put the lap car down the middle 3 wide. You can see he has a little bit of left side damage. That's all he mainly got from that accident. But then again, you know, these drivers, you know, they don't try to take these risks. They just try to play it safe and just say, oh, you're damaged. I'm getting out of here. Screw that. Now you see the drivers that are up to speed now trying to work a way around the 24 car. And RJ Bishop is not having any luck right now with the lap cars. And now he gets underneath and almost got into Zach Flickinger right there in the 4. Some of these drivers are going to have to deal with Stephen Colon in the 25 and maybe even Austin LaPlante in the 28. Phil Parker, you see in that 44. He's trying to hope for something to where someone just gets held up enough and he tries to reel in Kyle Matthews, but he just got held up a little too much by that 28 car in the 25, and that's going to put a dent in this battle for the win. And, ooh, Seth Cole, man, he's just trying to aggressive block here, and that's not going to work out altogether. And yep, unless another caution comes out. Does not look good for that 44 team, nor to anyone else around here, because for some reason, Cologne was way ahead of too many people, and he just got held up completely here. And remember, some of these guys, too, got a little bit of damage from that incident that came on by in some type of form. Remember, Zach Rogers had to come down pit road because he got spun out by the 22 of Igor Barreto. It did suffer a little bit of damage on that left side of that Coors Light Dodge, so I guarantee he's not going to be too happy about the 22 car by any means. And here you see Phil Parker just got reeled in by Anthony Lopez and Roberto Crown Jr. So he's going to have some fun dealing with these guys as well, and maybe a little bit Seth Cole. Actually, speaking of Seth, he's actually just a tad off the pace. He ain't really like supremely off the pace. He's only like at least a tick, give or take. Just no one wanted to work with him, however, and he's probably going to lose this pack now, and he's going to probably get reeled in, possibly, by Lopez, Crown Jr., Parker, Dylan Young, and others. Remember, these guys, some of them are not really too affected with the damage. Others, like LaPlante on back, definitely are affected by the damage, so I don't know. We'll see. Stranger things have happened before. Meanwhile, back up to the front of the field, RJ Bishop at the 32. Here he is, going for the lead in that tie 4. Now Jonathan Zorland in that 7 Nations Rent 4, trying to do what he can to at least get a win. Who had a chance to win at Texas, but just missed out on it. DJ Curtis in that 33 car in P2. Lane Sanders in a P3. He got a career run over at Indianapolis there with that run that he had. And now he's trying to bring that as an advantage, per se, in this series. Now Jesse Turner in the P2. Diego Yepes in the 93. Definitely having a big rebound after finishing dead last at Indianapolis there. Definitely getting the run that he needed altogether. How about some drivers that are kind of not doing too well in the points? They're having a good run other than RJ Bishop. Got James Ellis in the 0-1. Derek Hamill in the 36. Jonathan Zorla a bit in the 7. Igor Barreto in the 22. Looks like Collins and Flickinger are barely hanging on into that pack. And I mean barely. I mean they are hanging on for dear life. It does not look good for Zach Flickinger in the 4, however, in that Kodak Max Chevrolet. And I just want to check real quick. He doesn't have any roof damage, or not roof damage, hood damage. Because normally that would be the sign where, you know, some drivers would be falling apart. So, right now, it does not look good for him. Unless they quickly encountered a slow car, but the way how that's looking, definitely does not look good altogether. So I don't know about Zach Flickinger's chances here. Going for that win does not look good. You see Barreto in the 22. He's got the buckle on the 22. You can see on his roof cam where that buckle is at. If you notice from here where the little push-up is. But if you noticed on TV1 where to find it, you can notice that little bit of the yellow that's supposed to be on that top. Oh, Trouble Cold Evers around. James Qualls in the 19. And that will be a big-time caution for plenty of drivers. Oh, look out. Deaver is slow, and he's trying to get the gears back going in that 3 car. Some drivers are trying to beat him out. Oh, look out, Fitzwater. Please don't run into him. Oh, yikes. He just about did so. But luckily, a great use of the brakes on that 29 GM Goodwrench plus Chevrolet there. Ooh, that was a close one. He almost just ran into him there, and man, a small caution for the Deaver in the 3, and James Qualls suffering some damage in that 19. Tough break, just could not avoid. Good old Dale machine there. Yes, I had to make that joke, I know. Jay Jefferson out in front. Let's just take a look at ourselves our second caution here at Daytona. Well, let's see what brought ourselves our second caution. Looked like Deaver was trying to make a move on Lane Sanders and Chris Dollarton and just did not see Kyle Matthews in the 5 right there. So he has to go in a 4-wide scenario, and this is the 3rd time that they've tried this, and I don't know why they tried it in a pack like this, but yeah, I think this is where you show Cole Deaver that this does not work. Around goes the black GM Goodrich Chevrolet. He goes around James Ellis. He gets extremely lucky out of all his James Qualls. Just enough damage in that 19 and whack. And also suffers hitting the wall on the right side. Also bounces off of Michael Norman in the 21. Yeah, 19's got some damage right there for sure, so they're definitely going to take that to pit road to repair it, or maybe go to the garage right there. Thankfully, no one hit the 3 right there. Oh, Fitzwater almost did as well, so caution's out. Take it back to the green. Well, before we go back to green, William Brock's on pit road, and while we were waiting to go back to live action, apparently drivers coming down pit road and drivers coming off pit road kind of crowded the 20, and he passed the pit road line before coming into a stall, so he had to suffer a penalty right there, and he is going to be a 1 lap down machine at least when we go back to green flag racing. Also, we have gotten word Derek Hamel in the 36 actually went around, and thankfully, nobody had hit him, which was a major lucky break. Fitzwater came really close to doing so in the 29 car, so a lot of crazy shenanigans leaving pit road and all that, so just want to let you know. Charles Sanford out in front, though. All right, pace car's giving us 1 lap to go. This should be our final restart altogether, unless something very weird happens. Now, Brock is still on pit road as of what we speak. James Qualzheimer's Keith Batson actually is out of the race in the 88. I guess he suffered some damage of some sort from that accident, but whatever it was. Interesting. So top 10 run now. We're back to green flag race to be Charles Sanford, Jay Jefferson, Diego Yepes, DJ Curtis, Jesse Turner, RJ Bishop, Jonathan Zorlin, Lane Sanders, Kyle Matthews, and Chris Dollarton. That is your top 10. Brock just got back out on the course. He has got to hit the gas because I think the spotters are trying to tell him, these guys are going back to green flag racing. You got to get going, buddy. So green flag back underway at Daytona. And Brock knows he's got to hit the gas now because, I mean, he's only going 140, and these guys are just already hitting that 140 mark. So tell him to push it. Get going. These guys are reel them in, though. Just got out a little bit too late. Even though his race has already been down the drain because of that incident on pit road, but still, it's going to be interesting. Now, Cologne, probably wondering how in the world has he been holding up all these drivers with all that damage. Well, I am not in the mindset of Stephen Cologne, so I can't tell you why he's doing that. So I wish I was able to figure that out. Seth Cole's back out on the course, by the way. He is 4 laps down in that 24 car after everything that happened. So what a tough break for Seth Cole. Just an accident that definitely didn't start out by him, and unfortunately, he suffered the fate. And that's a big blow right there. And Cologne coming back down pit road in the 25. Major issues for that 25 team. I'm also amazed how Zach Rogers is so much off the pace despite getting having very little damage in that 40 car on the left side. So I don't know NR logic these days. It is dead. Absolutely dead. In the meantime, though, seeing a lot of battles coming up here just outside the top 10 there. Leader is Charles Sanford in the 55. He has had one of the strongest cars tonight. But he's got to watch out for a hungry Lane Sanders and DJ Curtis. Sanders has just been on a roll after that last race. And now here he is at Daytona trying to capture his first ever win altogether. Sanders couldn't hold on to that inside line. DJ Curtis looking for his second win of the season. Look at some of these drivers trying to get some wins here. James Ellison, RJ Bishop, Jonathan Zorlin, Jesse Turner, Diego Yepes, Jay Jefferson, Kyle Matthews, all of those drivers I've mentioned still without a win this season. And Cologne coming back out on the course. Uh-oh. Cologne, you may want to stay there, buddy, because, oh, look out. Oh! We're going to stick with him for the time being just in case he doesn't LePage the field. And Hamel just couldn't move out of the way on the 25. And that's going to allow Cole Deaver and a few others to catch up. And, oh, man, Stephen Cologne has just been a human obstacle to try to get around. And that car's been mangled, destroyed, and everything. And there you see why there, folks. Lopez, Crown, Jr., Parker also getting held up in the mix. Collins just trying to get around via the high line, splitting the 25 down the middle. And Collins also having difficulty in that Kmart Ford. Now he's going to go to the inside line. Zach Flickinger in the 4, who's really been having a very struggling night altogether. He's going to work with the 26. And McIntyre's going to try to get the run that he can to get around the 25. Will do so. Now they're catching up to Brock. Remember, he's up to speed for the most part. And here he is getting reeled in by Jay Jefferson with 5 laps to go. Buckle up tight, folks. This is going to be a show here. 3 wide for the lead. Look at RJ being aggressive, and his luck with lap cars, nothing at all. Jay Jefferson out in front. James Ellison, P2. And Brock is holding up these guys a little bit. Remember, Brock really isn't off the pace. He's just not with any pack of cars there, and he's going to be slowing down some people. And these drivers that are in the main pack bound for this win, they are not wanting to deal with the 20 in any sort. The problem is, though, Dylan Young is quite a ways back in the 92 leading this pack, and I think it's going to be down to these top 11 here. All together, battling this out for the win. Now, if only Brock held up the leaders ever so slightly, maybe there would be a chance, but I don't think so. Brock, now you see, is trying to reel in Kyle Matthews in the 5, but you can tell his speed is off in that 20 car. Again, I don't know what is with left side damage on these car models and all, but you can tell it gets him off the pace. Zach Rogers, he had that earlier on, and somebody else had that problem too, Seth Cole as well, so. Meanwhile, DJ Curtis, here he is, trying to take the lead, heading into 3 laps to go. Here comes Sanders and Ellison also working their way back up. Matthews just got held up quite a bit from Brock in the 20. I think he'll miss out on a top 10 run unless he gets the draft of Yepes, trying to do what he can to reel him in. Curtis, though, to the point, taking the lead. Ellison, Dollarton into the top 3 now. It'll be 2 to go when we cross the line. Look at all these drivers, with the exception of Matthews as mentioned. All up there, bound for this pack. Matthews is just does not look good right now. Dollarton possibly looking for 2 in a row in that Viagra Ford. Too bad it's no November this month. James Ellison, though, looking for that lead, but 2 laps to go. Is the rookie in this series. Sanford looking like, no doubt about it, he will be the points leader at the end of this race. But you know he would love some insurance. He would want to win today. Don't count out RJ Bishop. He knows how to win at this track before in a past series. As too can be said for a few others here. Don't count out Yepes. Don't count out Zorlin. Here comes Bishop, 3 wide for second. White flag, final lap in hand for James Ellison, the 0-1, coming off of turn number 4. One of these 10 drivers is going to get this job done. Matthews has lost the pack right there. White flag, final lap for James Ellison. Here comes Yepes for second. Yepes has definitely been that capper. See, they're catching up to Zach Rogers in the 40. Oh, I thought they were done with lap traffic. Not so fast. It's going to be Yepes and Ellison bound the lap car. Yepes is going to go low. Ellison's going to get held up by the lap car. Yepes swings on by. Oh, you got to feel for Ellison, who just got held up by Zach Rogers. And Diego Yepes in car 93, the Amica Ultimate Dodge. We'll see the gold. Checker flag in hand, and Diego Yepes is going to steal a big win in the 400. He wins at Daytona. Oh my goodness gracious. Zach Rogers just flat out cucked James Ellison in the 0-1. And Diego Yepes will steal a huge win. Unbelievable. Wow. I don't even know what to say at that point, but that was a big meme and a half. Let's look at your finishing results there. Diego Yepes will get a big win there. Jay Jefferson will come away second. How about for Yepes? He finished dead last at Indy, and then today he finishes first, and I believe he only led like 2 laps altogether. Turner third, Zorlin fourth, Lane Sanders fifth. Another good run for that 8 team there. Chris Dollarton in 6th, James Ellison 7th, DJ Curtis 8th, RJ Bishop 9th, and Sanford completing the top 10. And real quick, yeah, Matthew's actually catching up that 55. Just not enough time, though. So here's a look at your full finishing results. A bunch of drivers that were off the pace due to those wrecks that happened, or even that weird incident that happened leaving pit road, so no idea why that happens, too. It's very weird. And 29 cars finished the race on the lead lap. 34 finished the race all together. Batson on down, all out of the race. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to give a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe on the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Congrats, Diego Yepes, one last time on his first career victory. We will see you guys later when we head over to our next race. Until then, goodbye, everybody.